Hello everyone, welcome to round 8 of the YoruCAR season. It is time for the Mountain Dew 500 here from the famous paperclip at Martinsville Speedway. Without further ado, we are ready to head into our starting lineup, which is looking quite interesting as we see the number 46 HKS Hypermax Chevrolet Camaro for KP1 Sport of Caleb Lane on the pole. To his outside, making his YoruCAR debut in the number 4 Nijisanji EN Chevrolet Camaro for Good Smile X 5th Wave Racing, we have Devin Rouse. Behind them, it's another pair of Chevys, and Damian Afton and Timmy Hill that make up row 2. Row 3 sees the 22 of Quinn Houff and the 24 of Davne Rodriguez. Row 4 sees Kyle Busch next to Tyler Reddick. And rounding out the top 10 is the 48 of Purab Srivastava and Ty Gibbs. In row 11, we see row 6, we see Ryan Childress and JJ Yaley. Row 7 is the 28 of Austin Cindric and the 94 of Logan Conrad, pair of Fords. Row 8 sees Andrew Yu next to Kaz Gralla, a pair of Chevys. Row 9 sees the 84 of Jeb Robbie next to the 27 of Sammy Smith, a pair of Fords. And rounding out the top 20 is Santi Messi next to Casey Kane. In row 11 is a pair of Fords in the 29 of Mike Hunt and the 20 of Giancarlo Minardi. Row 12 sees Anthony Alfredo next to the part-time car of Jeb Burton. Row 13 is a pair of Chevys in the 31 of Robbie Gordon and the 69 of Ridwan Nasir. Row 14 sees Hatam Pervez next to last week's winner Kyler Sestrai. And rounding out the top 30 is the 45 of Skylar Taylor and the 91 of Brad Storer. Row 16 sees Kieran Jimenez next to Chase Briscoe. Row 17 is the 26 of Havab Jawad next to the 47 of Arjun Nandakumar. Then in row 18 we see Jamal Williams next to Garrett Smithley. Row 19 is the 40 of Alex Kippa and the 00 of Matt Pink. Rounding out the top 40, we'll see Laziz Abdulaziz and Hisham Sidqui. And rounding out the field is the 16 of AJ Allmendinger. So we are ready now here from Martinsville for what should be an interesting race. Everyone inside of the top 5 are still yet to record their first race win. So will we see another first-time winner, here today at Martinsville? We'll bring you ready for green flag action. Pace car is already pulled off. Field coming round turn 4. And the green flag is out here from Martinsville. Caleb Lane is going to lead them down into turn 1. Devin Rouse already not benefiting from being on that outside line. Here comes Damian Afton for second position. As sounds like there was some contact further back. But it looks like that we've all kept it clean so far. Indeed we have, and Caleb Lane has rocketed into this race lead. As we begin lap 2 of 50, it is Caleb Lane leading away from Damian Afton. Devin Rouse now under pressure here from Quinn Houff. Houff trying to score Minardi's first win on the season. As now Houff is clear into third in the number 22. Up front, Caleb Lane's lead is already shrinking as here comes the 99 of Damian Afton. These two are both drivers that could really use a good run here today at Martinsville. Both of them have not had a good start to the season, and a win would lock them into the playoffs. So they're already starting to get into a must-win situation, both Lane and Afton, so a win today would be huge. As we look further back, Quinn Houff now starting to catch this top 2, and Purab Srivastava's moved into 4th. So that makes everyone in the top 5 having secured a race win. Kyle Busch won at Coda. And then Childress and Cindric behind also have wins at Daytona and Atlanta respectively. So then after the top 5 of all non-race winners, we have 3 race winners this season so far. And as we are just ticking away the laps here, as is the nature of the Martinsville Speedway, it is Caleb Lane that still holds the lead. Damian Afton still holding second. Devin Rouse now under pressure from Kyle Busch a little bit. Rouse's first career start, got outside pole, and has dropped back to 5th. Still an alright start for the rookie in the number 4 car for Good Smile 5th Wave. This program has been quite impressive so far, racking up a lot of top 5s and top 10s. So we'll see if that trend continues today, and how long will it be before they are going to be able to grab their first race win. As we look back up Not a lot of movement up here in the top group, but as we move further back, Tyler Reddick, Davine Rodriguez doing battle for some of the lower spots inside this top 10. In fact, Reddick currently sits in 10th. He's got Andrew Yu ahead of him, putting together a good run for the team 2-pack number 25 machine, as he's trying to put pressure on Ryan Chilris for, this is 8th position. And Jeb Rabi's had a great start to get up to 11th. Timmy Hill, after starting inside the top 5, has fallen all the way to outside the top 10. As we look further back, here's some two wide. Skylar Taylor on the move up as Ty Gibbs is also tumbling down. That number 41 for Jimenez Engineering is a part-time entry this season, fielding Ty Gibbs for this weekend, and he's now holding up team owner Kieran Jimenez as Skylar Taylor heads by. Taylor started way back, and they are making their way up through this field. So we look further back. Kyler Sestrai, relegated back to where he's been so far this season. Got that shock win last week at Bristol Dirt, robbing Logan Conrad, and he's now locked into the playoffs because of it. But it's not been a good season so far for him in the 19. So it'll likely be that he'll be making the playoffs just off that race win. As back up to the front, top 3 have not changed. In fact, pretty much the whole field hasn't changed, with the exception of Cindric being able to get by Chilris and now trying to hunt down Kyle Busch. As now we have some 2-wide action once again at the back of the top 10. Tyler Reddick versus Davine Rodriguez. Jeb Rabi could be getting into the mix. Rabi's had an alright start to the season in his part-time campaign for Matt Star Racing in their number 84. As he's going to probably move up to 11th here, as Reddick's going to take back 10th, and Rodriguez, stuck on the high line, is now going to come under pressure from the 84. This is the freight training effect you see here at Martinsville, as now Timmy Hill is going to try to maybe make a move. But yeah, once you get stuck up on that high line, you just go back real fast. But meanwhile, we're still waiting to see if Damian Afton can give Caleb Blaine some trouble here for this race lead. 99 just does not seem to have the pace to do it right now. But perhaps if we get a caution, or when we make it to the halfway point caution, things could get interesting. As you see there, we are approaching lap traffic as well. So how will that play into how this race shakes up? We're going to have to wait and see. As Rouse still holding that 5th place for Good Smile 5th wave. Further back, Davine Rodriguez has held off Timmy Hill, so he's going to currently reside in 12th position. But yeah, here we go. Lap traffic dead ahead. Matt Pink, Auto Club winners, currently looking like the first car that will be dropping a lap down once the leaders get there. As we begin lap 18 here of 50. Caleb Lane has led everyone so far, and if he can win, he will be the latest. Will go 8 of 8. He'll be the 8th first-time winner, and that means that half of our YoruCAR playoff spots will be locks, as we'll have 8 winners, which means guys like Logan Conrad are going to really have to start picking up the pace, as there are increasingly more winners, and at this rate, you're going to basically need to have a win to make the playoffs. Conrad is currently the points leader, though, so he is locked in on that regard. But if he continues having the bad luck he's had, and now the general lack of pace he's showing, as Conrad is just not having a good day right now. He is all the way down here in 27th. He's going to need to try to hold on to that point lead, or finally be able to pick up a race win if he wants to have a shot at the playoffs this season at the current rate of winners we're going. As he currently battles with Habab Jawad for the 26th spot. Meanwhile, we look further back, and we'll find our leader, Caleb Lane, both Brad Storer and Jeb Burton are toward the back of this pack. So you wonder if Trackhouse could try to play a bit of games to try to get Damian Afton into this race lead. But we are also approaching the halfway caution, as now Quinn Houff looks like that he's more close to making a move on Afton than Afton on Lane, as Houff gonna try there for a second. Nothing will come of it. But as I was saying, we are rapidly approaching the halfway point caution, and Caleb Lane has not caught up to the lappers. If Lane can stay behind the lappers and not get overtaken, that means that he won't have to deal with any lappers on the restart, which would likely be most ideal as we come to lap 24, coming to the halfway point caution very soon. And Kyle Busch on pit road. This looks like a scheduled stop. I'm gonna have to question the logic though. We're coming right up to the halfway point caution. He's gonna fall a lap down for sure. I'm not sure what the point of that pit stop was, because that did definitely look scheduled. And has Kyle Busch come back out on circuit? The answer is no. So Kyle Busch has definitely lost a lap there. It actually may not have been scheduled if Busch lost a tire. As, yeah, Busch is now back out on the racing circuit. 2 laps down. As we're... Actually, he may not be out. As we look now for Kyle Busch, and Kyle Busch is not back out on track. He's put it behind the wall as the halfway caution comes out. So that was not a scheduled stop, and Caleb Lane's run into the back of Ridwan Nasir. Doesn't look like any damage on the 46. As Lane heads down pit road, and he will be followed by the whole field, as these are scheduled pit stops. We're going to need to find out what happened to Kyle Busch there, as it was some form of mechanical issue on the 46. That was not a scheduled stop. He has gone behind the wall. And now, though, we're going to need to watch this pit stop for Caleb Lane's team. Short tracks don't require a lot of aero, so it's likely that they could get away with it. But are they going to try to fix the damage on the 46? So we're going to take helicopter cam. Lane is down and out. Houff is going to get off in second, it looks like. And it's going to be Afton third, then Srivastava, Rouse, Rabi, Reddick, Chilris, Cindric, and it looks like Andrew Hughes beat out Mike Hunt. Then Gordon, Rodriguez, Yaley, Alfredo, Jimenez, Messi, Pervez, Gibbs, Smith, Conrad, Williams, Taylor, Abdulaziz, Almendinger, Hill, Minardi, Gralla, Jawad, Nandakumar, Sidqui, Briscoe, Kane, Sastrai, Smithley. And then we could have a lot of guys trapped a lap down. Kippa, Storer, Burton, Pink, and Nasir. So we'll bring you back when we're ready for green flag action here. Caleb Lane's going to lead the field to the green, but he's going to have some lappers to deal with. So here we go. It's going to be the lapper of Alex Kippa that leads the field to the green, but it's really this man, Caleb Lane, that is going to be your race leader. And here we go. The green flag is out. How will the lappers play into the ending of this race? And into turn 1, Srivastava gives a shot to Damian Afton. And that's actually going to help out Afton, as he's going to get to the inside of Quinn Houff, as now Caleb Lane to the outside of the first lapper of Ridwan Nasir. And now Devin Rouse has pounced. He's to the inside of the 48. Somehow we've all kept it clean behind as cars pitting. There's Conrad down pit road. That is not what he wanted. Hisham Sidqui down pit road as well. Absolute worst case scenario for Logan Conrad, our current points leader, as Houff and Afton continue to battle for second. Tyler Reddick has had an absolute flyer of a restart. He's inside this top 5 now. As we look back up front, this is best case scenario for Caleb Lane. Despite picking up damage off the back of that number 69, he is well clear of Damian Afton, as these guys continue to tussle for the runner-up spot. We are rapidly approaching 10 laps to go. And now that Afton is clear of Hauff, he's going to need to try to do everything in his power to hunt down that number 46 of Lane. As Nasir is doing battle with Afton's teammate Jeb Burton for the 40. It's no longer 40th. It is actually going to be for 38th. How is this going to affect Lane? Because these guys are battling for a position, so they don't want to get out of the way of this 46. Is this going to allow Afton to catch up? They're blocking both lanes as well, so unless Lane takes them 3 wide, he's going to have to stick behind these guys. As here comes Afton. Can Nasir clear Burton? That's what he absolutely wants to do. Or is Burton going to be a bit cheeky, try to stay alongside Nasir and help his teammate close up on the 46 of Lane? As we're approaching 10 laps to go. Now Lane to the inside of Burton. Afton really closing up onto the back of that 46. Now we also are going to see the 4 of Rouse, the 18 of Reddick potentially get into this fight for the lead. As will it be like Las Vegas for Mike Hunt it was? Will a lapper spoil the day? As now, is Burton going to get out of the way for Afton is the question, as Lane has cleared. And now Afton looks like he's going to maybe get held up a little by his teammate. As Afton's going to move to the inside through 3 and 4. Is Burton going to fight him? He is a little bit, definitely, as he's going to try to outbreak him into 1 and 2. Jeb, that's definitely not what you want to be doing. You're slowing up your teammate. And that's allowing Lane to streak away. As Burton is still not letting Afton through. Here comes Devin Rouse now and Tyler Reddick. Quinn Hauff's gotten back onto the back of the top 5 as well, as Afton finally clears in the 98. And now he can work on hunting up down the 46, as we have now about 9 1/4 laps to go. A bit of a gap now to Ridwan Nasir, the next lapper, as that time by the gap 0.6 seconds. How much will Afton be able to close that up here on this next lap? Through 3 and 4, I think Afton's main concern may start to become that number 4 of Devin Rouse, as this time by the gap dropped by a 1/10. We have 8 laps to go, so hypothetically, if Afton were to hold this pace, he'd be by Caleb Lane before the end of this race. But we're still going to have more lappers to contend with, as well as more challenge from behind. As that time by, the gap widened back out another 1/10. Caleb Lane doing everything in his power to stay ahead here of Damian Afton. And it's going to be 5 to go next time by. As long as nothing catastrophic happens, I think Caleb Lane is going to have this race on lock, because it does not look like that they're going to catch that 69 of Ridwan Nasir. As we head through 3 and 4, Caleb Lane just needs to play a good defensive game. And that's even if Afton makes it to the back bumper of Lane before this race is over. Only about a 1/10, not even, shaved off the lead that time by. I think Afton may be starting to run out of tires as we complete 5 to go. 4 laps to go here from Martinsville. And 4 laps to go to determine who is going to win this race. It's been a struggling start to the season for the single car operation owner-driver of KP1 Sport, Caleb Lane. But maybe, just maybe, after putting it on pole in an impressive run at qualifying, he has the car to win the race. Gap back, Lane gained 2/10 that time by. As we come to 2 laps to go here from Martinsville. It is now Caleb Lane playing defense against Damian Afton, another driver who's had a struggling start to the season. It's going to be white flag next time by. Lane is praying, absolutely praying for no cautions. Caution light not flashing yet. As we head through 3 and 4, the white flag is going to be in the air, this time by for Caleb Lane. Toward the bottom of all. Lane just about missed, looked like he kind of missed turn 2 there. But it's not going to matter. Into 3 and 4, Caleb Lane is going to pull one of the upsets of the season. He is going to come through to clinch his spot to the playoffs. Caleb Lane wins it at Martinsville. So it is Caleb Lane taking home his first win on the season. That will lock him into the YoruCAR playoffs. Damian Afton is going to finish runner-up. Better luck next time for him. Devin Rouse on debut is going to come home in an impressive P3. Tyler Reddick and Quinn Half are going to round out the top 5, with Ryan Choris, Jeb Robbie, Andrew Yu, Purab Sirastava, and Davide Rodriguez rounding out the top 10. And then we're going to see Austin Cindric, Robbie Gordon, Anthony Alfredo, the 5 of Santi Messi, Laziz Abdulaziz, Sammy Smith, Mike Hunt, Jamal Williams, Giancarlo Minardi, and Ty Gibbs rounding out the top 20. Then it's Kieran Jimenez, JJ Yaley, Chase Briscoe, Kyler Sestrai, AJ Allmendinger, Kaz Gralla, Habab Jawad, Casey Kane, Arjun Nandakumar, and Timmy Hill rounding out the top 30. Then Alex Kippa, Matt Pink, Ridwan Nasir, and Skylar Taylor round out our lead lap finishers, with Tom Pervez, Jeb Burton, Logan Conrad, Garrett Smithley, Brad Storer, and Hisham Sidqui all finishing one lap down. Most of those guys pitted late. And then Kyle Busch, with a mechanical issue, will finish in last. So that has been all from a very interesting Martinsville race. We'll see you next time, where we're from the other Virginia short track at Richmond. But until then, this has been Ash Jacobson. You've been watching the YoruCAR on ESPN.